YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Loop Hero, the finale. Alright, it is our final chance to crack this Chapter 4, but we've got a couple of new things, a couple of new tools at our disposal, and we're going to be trying a very different tactic. So between last episode and this, I did do sort of an off-screen proof of concept run, and actually in doing so gathered a couple more resources. So we have a couple more tools at our disposal, and I want a few new cards even. So first things first, you'll notice that there is one upgrade available to us: the Gymnasium. Now, when you upgrade the Gymnasium here, it gives us the Town card. Also gives us some extra camp slots, and we've got the resources for it, so let's do it. A real temple of knowledge, best temple of all. Getting knowledge, cramming, and exercising your memory your muscle memory at least. I feel sorry for the studying of geography, though. Now you can learn the whole disciple in just a few hours. Or the whole discipline, anyway. Okay, so the Gymnasium is now an academy. And that gives us a brand new card, which we will go into in a moment. But next things next, let's go into our supply here. Or rather, our crafting. So one other thing that I realized that we hadn't been doing here is that we can dismantle items. Not just craft them, but dismantle them. And dismantling them gives us some of their resources, which allows us to potentially craft some more. So let's do that. These garlics. I'm not really feeling the garlics, at least not for our purposes here. So we're going to dismantle that. But yeah, it gives us some noticeable changes plus food. The old paintings, not so much. Let's see, what else can we dismantle? Oh yeah, the other thing is we got a new kitchen knife from our off-screen run. I'm not dismantling that. I'm going to dismantle this. Okay, so now we can do some crafting here. You know, if we do some more food dismantling, we'll have access to more food items. We could nix some of these mixed nuts, because they don't really. I don't, even with the shield, I don't have enough defense points for the mixed nuts to really give me, the benefit that I'm looking for. So I'm going to dismantle these. Alright, we need to dismantle the other. Well, we need to dismantle one more thing to get the noticeable changes enough to craft 2 food items. The dinner table, not so much. The old frying pan, not so. Actually, the miner's pick can be dismantled. So now if we go on the food side, no, not quite enough. How many noticeable changes do we have? Where are you? Oh, 18 of them. So we need to dismantle one more thing in order to get one more whole of these in order to get another craft going. Yeah, I think I'm gonna scrap the dinner table. There we go. Okay, so we got another noticeable change. Now let's look at our supply bar here. Still have quite a bit of stuff, but we can, well, first off, we know we can slot in another kitchen knife here, which is fantastic. And we definitely want to, these hams are more of placeholders than anything else, so we could definitely get in some better food items. So let's go crafting and see if we can't craft us up some better foods. Or we could, let's, we could go crafting tools and hope we get more kitchen knives. That could be a thing, since we have max foods here. Let's see here. No, then we have the middle. Actually, the other thing that we want to do is, can we build... Yes, we can build more watchtowers, because that does require some foods. We can build the watchtowers here. Let's up our watchtower game here. Put one over here. And yeah, we don't have the stone for another watchtower there. We could place forest, but no, I'd rather do the crafting. Alright, so we only actually have the food for one. So let's craft our one food. Meat stew, which actually is fine by me. We're gonna get some going with that. So that's not so bad. So we're gonna have to craft something else here. Yeah, why don't we go for a tool here? Blacksmith's hammer, which actually is not a bad thing. I like that +1 defense. Okay, so into our supply. We will... Do we want to get rid of one of the hams or one of the loaves of bread? Let's get rid of the ham. Because yes, we are actually going to be utilizing villages, so the meat stews are a welcome addition. As far as our other items go... we are also going to be fighting vampires, so the 1 silver pendant that we have is going to be useful. Yeah, we can remove a sturdy stool to make room for our tool here. That is fine by me. Okay. Alright, I think we have our stuff sorted. So let's go to our build. Or not our build, our we can't build anything else anyway. Go to our expedition here, get our cards, and we now have the suburbs. Can only be placed next to other suburbs if they are present, and increases the experience gained from killing enemies by 1. So yeah, we've found that the experience gain is a very important component for the necromancer, because so many of the necromancer's talents are game changers. The +2 max skeletons. All skeletons get stronger every loop. You heal when your skeletons die. Your all damage done to you is split to your skeletons. There are so many ultra critical things that you need to do with skeletons. So many talents with the necromancer. So getting more experience for kills is going to be an important one. Yes. Now, the other thing I was reading up here was that in a patch, they fixed a couple of things in terms of environmental effects impacting your skeleton. So in the, like several patches ago, I think when we started the series, the beacon, the speed increase wasn't actually increasing the speed of your skeletons, but now it does. So I am correct in using these beacons. The other problem, though, is that the desert, from my understanding, also hurts your skeletons now. So we're actually going to turn off the desert. We're going to keep the forest, we're going to keep the river, but we're basically going to replace the desert with the suburbs here. Now then, as far as Bloodgrove, yeah, let's get rid of that. I don't want to deal with that. And we're not going to deal with the ruins either. I don't want to deal with the worms. I don't want to deal with the Bloodgrove. I don't want any of that junk. Instead, I think I might go cemetery as my second mandatory on loop thing, but the villages are going to be the big thing, and yes, vampire mansions, and of course battlefields. We found that battlefields are absolutely essential here. We definitely are going to use the bookery to recycle stuff that we don't want. We don't want wheat fields because the area of effect attack from the scarecrows, it does much more harm than good to me, so we don't want to tangle with them. So yeah, we don't want wheat fields. Now the other alternative, or maybe in addition, is the rat wolves from the Grove, because they have some decent stuff to them. But I like the cemetery a little bit better, just because it has better loot. We will stick with the arsenal and see how this works. All right, folks, here we are. Let's do it. Necromancer Chapter 4. Off we go. All right, interesting loop. All right, as far as getting the Lich going. Now, the one downside to not taking Blood Grove is that we can't cover our thing, so we're gonna have to fight the bosses all the way to 0 health. That is the one downside. Yeah, we want to place the arsenal. Where do we want the arsenal? I think the arsenal right here will be pretty good. Or, I mean, we could put it up here. That actually might be better. Alright, so because they are both location dependent, we need to pick good places for both our river and our suburbs, and preferably away from each other. This up here is going to be a fantastic winding path for the river, so I think we'll start the river up here, start our thicket right away. And then we'll probably do the suburbs like over in this side. Alright, first ring. Still don't have any plus to skeletons, but that's okay. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on placing rivers until we absolutely need them. Oh yeah, what is that? Summon quality? Sure. And our first village. Now we do want villages, and we want them near our camp, but we also want them to get vampired. We actually want them to get vampired. So we're going to place the village, let's say right here. Well, let's say right here in case we get a vampire sooner rather than later. There's our beacon. Ooh, this is a fantastic beacon. Absolutely fantastic beacon. Now we just need a vampire mansion. Now we want to keep the battlefields away from vampire mansions. Just because it's bad news bears on that front. We can make this whole area right here. Yeah, we can make this whole area down here battlefield. And get a thicket here, and now we can, in good faith, extend the river. Not a lot of slimes spawning, which is concerning because we don't have a lot of other monster spawners either. All right, new quest, but it's on a slime. That's fine by me. Yeah, at least it's not a mimic, and maybe we can get some good equipment here. Attack speed, yeah, that's good equipment in my book. I just need more cards here. There's our vampire mansion. Fantastic. So this will not only block this off, but yes, we are going to ghoulify the thing. And yes, I know, quest failed. I don't want to use the villages as regular villages. I want to ghoul them. I want to ghoul them all. So yeah. Because I did some discovery, and ghouls are actually really good, and really good as in really good to fight. They're not too strong. Ooh, there's our first suburbs. Okay, let's start the suburbs off like right here, so to help with the lich blocking. they can actually, yeah, we can suburbs, because when you get a when you place a town in the center in like a plus motion, this becomes the center tile turns into a town, which gives you double the benefit. So we can use our stuff here to help block off the lich here. And now we're getting +1 experience for every monster we kill, and we're going to be killing a lot of monsters. Because we're going to be engineering a lot of ransacked villages. That's not going to be the only ransacked village we go for. That just happens to be the first one. Next village we place is going to be going right down here. Alright, another river. We can do an early bend here. Get that attack speed boosted up as quick as possible. Still a little weak on the equipment here, but it's only loop 2. Alright, here we go. Now the other reason I placed them here is so that we have our crossbowmen helping us out here. So the reason why I realized that ghouls are actually weaker on chapter 4 than they are in chapter 3 is they get the slow attribute, which means every time anyone hits them, it interrupts their attacks. So especially with these crossbowmen, they're not going to be actually attacking me that much. So we can actually handle a pretty nasty fight quite readily, and the help of the crossbowmen is there for a reason. I mean, they haven't cracked my armor yet. More suburbs, and done. We even got the Orb of Expansion. Fantastic. Yeah, so these all need to be next to each other, which is fine. Evasion rings, fine. Much higher pendant is fine. And now we get a whole new set of ghouls to fight. What do you got? Summon quality, defense, summon quality. Yeah, we'll take that. And what is that? Yeah, summon quality. Summon quality is always a good one. More likely to get the higher tier guys. Excellent. And an exquisite mirror. Alright, this helps block off the lich stuff here. So we've got one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the next time we get a village, that's going to be going here. The first time we get a cemetery, that's going down here. Although vampire plus cemetery may be a little bit iffy. But we'll see. Alright. Better basic grimoire. Another beacon, which can't really do anything there with. Yeah, we'll put these over here, cover more tiles here. Alright, good. More suburbs. Excellent. More thickets. Alright. Still looking for a bookery. And a whole other host of guys here. Alright, got another river. Yeah, up there's fine. You're slightly better. I do want to see another village drop because I want that second village blocked off here. Regen. We do need some regen, because we do have some bonuses to regen that need to be tapped. Keeping an eye on my lich thing here, so we don't use up too many tiles that aren't blocking off the lich. Aha! So more suburbs mean that becomes a town, which gives us experience bonus +2. So it just upgrades that. So we're gonna be hitting our first talent actually in this fight, no doubt. And this, my friends, is why I went for that extra thing. Skilled Architect. Okay, not a talent that helps us out directly, but we're gonna get even more experience points. And yeah, these ghouls are not even attacking because they keep getting pelted by the archers. Okay, village, perfect timing. Oh, and that helps. That not only will the bandits not be a problem, but that helps block off some of the lich's territory. So that is absolutely fantastic. We've got another suburbs. The suburbs can't keep helping, but we can keep trying to develop them here. So we definitely want to put those down because those help us out. Thickets help us out. Bookeries help block off the lich. Let's do a bookery right here. Let's see. Ooh. Forest thicket. Alright, we still have a few more spots to block off, but I do want to use these thickets. Alright, we're still good. And because these guys, we also get the archers helping us out. And I don't really care if they get back up again. Hey, look at that! We got ourselves another. Any direct damage to the hero will be evenly split between skeletons. Yes. And now we just need more plus skeleton equipment. The idea being is we're gonna keep doing Gould villages here. It's just that the first two we want the help of these guys here, so that because we're a little weaker in the earlier game. So yeah, we could do a cemetery. It's gonna be a little dicey though. I'm gonna hold on to it for right now. I'm not gonna burn it or anything. Alright, any of these are plus skeletons? Not really. So 199 plus defense plus regen plus summon quality, and then these guys are just attack speeds. Yeah, we'll take the higher tier. That sounds good to me. Yeah, not to mention skeleton archers could be pelting this area. I'll hold on to it, but I mean, if it gets to the 0th hour, I'll still place it down there so that we can help cover up that lich area. So we now just need this up here, which could be... actually, this could be a good place for the cemetery, because that's outside the vampire's range. I'm okay with that. I am absolutely okay with that. Oh, I get it. That's why they're falling so quickly. It's because they're attacking me, and the damage is getting split onto my guys. That's why we need more speed and more max skeletons so that damage gets split more evenly. Well, there's something. Max skeletons! a max skeleton's ring. That's what I was looking for. Alright, we can still make some suburbs here. Yeah, turn that into a town. Alright. That way we get even more experience points. Yeah, these fights with the slimes and the vampires are a little bit dicier. Alright, good. There's another village. And another bookery. Bookeries can help get rid of those items here. Okay, another vampire mansion. Skeleton level, skeleton level. Defense, summon quality, regen. Okay. So, let's see here. We can... Well, I think what I want to do here is I want to bookery this spot right here. Now, as far as Vampire Mansion goes, I could put one here just to cover up the spot. It's got to be kind of redundant as far as its usefulness. The other thing that we could do is get one right down here and then put a village down here, so that way we're not vampire mansioning a yeah, because like a bookery right here would be able to cover this spot nicely. Or what we could do is just put the vampire... Well, I don't want to waste the vampire mansion. Let's put the village down here. That way this area is blocked off from the Lich. And if we need to vampire mansion it, that's fine. If not, then no. Defense, skeleton level, regen, evasion. Yeah, well, regen plus evasion is good for me. Yeah, defense, regen, skeleton level. That works for me as well. And notice when the thief goes from the bandit camp into the ransack village, they instantly get turned into a ghoul. Yeah, the vampire just bites them, and then once this turns into Count's lands, the thieves can't enter those anyway. So it works out in both ways. We don't have to worry about them, so we don't have to oblivion them. Not that we have any oblivions in this deck, but because we don't need any to oblivion anything. Alright, so yeah, we just have one more tile that needs to be filled in, which, I mean, if I wanted to, I could just pop that vampire mansion in there. And now the Lich is completely blocked, which means we can go nuts with the rivers. And since we have a bunch of rivers here, we might as well slink the river around. That's fine. I knew that was coming. Let the record show that the Lich got absolutely nothing as far as any bonus structures. All right, cemetery. We can put something up here, and we get a level. Field practice. There we go. Skeletons get stronger. That's what I'm talking about. All these level ups are so useful to the Necromancer. And the fact that we got Architect as our first one is just freaking fantastic. Alright, so we got these. Yeah, more experience per killing. And again, just the sheer numbers that we get from... especially when we do the ghoul fights. Like, I want mostly ghoul fights. In hindsight, I probably should have gone with the groves. Just because I want to get the I want to get more volume of guys to play off of the suburb bonuses. Alright, more suburbs. We just keep pushing it to the end, and then we'll just grow upwards here and make a big brick of town. Alright, yeah, in this case, I don't want to vampirify, because this is all going to be blood growth, so I'm going to put that over here, so that we can still ransack the village, but not have to worry about mixing vampires and battlefields here, because that's no bueno. What are you? Defense regen. And I like my summon quality, thank you. I love how you get 8 experience just to replace that, and it gives you even more experience from killing monsters. So we're going to be very experienced here. Alright, is there some other place that we can get a lot of benefit out of this? Yeah, that's pretty good right there. Unfortunately, we didn't get any equipment out of that, but that's okay. Put you down here, get some blood pathways, get another town, get ourselves a thicket good. Put you over here. We're up to 56% speed, which is fantastic. And once again, another mass fight with our archer buddies helping us out. Now, unfortunately, this little wellspring of experience is going to dry up once this turns into Count's lands. He keeps getting up and he keeps getting knocked down. Alright, cemetery. Yeah, we can do another cemetery up this way. So we can do a cemetery over here. Get our speed up here. Don't care about those. Skeleton level, no, what are you? Oh my goodness, another max skeletons. That's our first max skeletons. This is our second max skeletons. Ah, that makes me happy. We now have 2 max skeletons going into the Lich fight. How is it possible? Shut up, we've got a score to settle. Oh, he goes for my skeleton immediately, which is fantastic. Now, the fact that I have that pain split thing is good, because if he traces onto me, it'll divide it across all the different skeletons. So, no, we're on track to not even take any damage from this. Outed. Outed. Alright, let's carry on, see if we can make this happen more. In fact, I think I'm going to cut it here, but don't worry, this is still the same run. So, if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. In our next episode, we continue our final run. Pinstar out. See ya.